get mobile and get out there, but do it in a positive way and make better photographs.
Adorama TV presents Visual Impressions with Joe DiMaggio, where you will learn to create compelling and imaginative photography. Here's your host, Joe DiMaggio.
Hi, this is Joe DiMaggio for Adorama TV, and I've got to tell you something, that I very rarely get serious about a whole lot of things. Photography, in my opinion, other than my friends and my family, is probably the most important thing in my life. Fun, having fun is really critical. Relaxing is really critical. But to get a little bit serious, to have fun and to make great photographs, you have to be in reasonable shape, and you have to protect yourself a little bit. And there are certain basic fundamental things that you can do to protect yourself. Whether you're 16 years old or whether you're 76 years old, you still need to know what the right thing and the wrong thing to do to protect your body. So it'll allow you to make photographs longer during a period of time, a day, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours, by maintaining your strength and maintaining what you're doing. And there are some basic fundamental rules that will allow you to do that. Let me share this with you. Over a period of, I don't know how many decades, I managed to destroy both my hips. So I had bilateral hip surgery. And in doing that, I have a new lease on life. I'm able now to go anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day on the road shooting. But to do it properly, I have to take certain precautions. Chris Furlow is the director of the Dreyer Institute. Chris is the guy that walked me through the procedure on rehab. One day I came in here and I saw him showing somebody how to take their hand, and they were putting it into a white can with rice in it. And I said, I don't know, maybe they're trying to make bread, or maybe they're trying to make wine. I didn't know what it was. So on the way out, I said, Chris, what's with the rice in the can? And he explained to me, he wanted to know if I had any pain, what they call carpal tunnel syndrome, because of the work that we do at the computer. And I said, yes, I do. He said, well, what I want you to do is go buy some rice and put it in a can, and tell us how that works.
Yeah, well, you just get a couple pounds of rice in a container, and you just grab and squeeze and strengthens your hand, your wrist, your forearm. I actually kind of got that from one of the New York Giants football offensive linemen. I watched him do a workout one day, and he goes, ever since I've been doing this, I had no hands or elbow or arm issues. Baseball pitchers use it too, but everyday people can use it. Just buy a couple pounds of rice, squeeze it, work your hand down into the bottom, come back up, a couple minutes on each side, strengthens it up nice.
I tell you, I do it every day. I keep it underneath my desk every day. I do a little bit just so I don't, because the one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to mess around. This is the focal point of holding the camera and making sure everything's working. If these don't work, I got a problem, and I don't want to have any problems. I have a question. Here we go. Here's the question. What I've noticed over the years of photography, the cameras, even though you want to think they're getting smaller, in some cases the cameras are getting bigger and they're getting heavier for lenses that you use. A lot of people, what they do is they take their camera, they hang it around their neck like that. And in my opinion, this puts an awful lot of pressure on the neck. Would you say that's about right?
I agree with that totally.
Okay. And this is the cervical spine, and this is the brainstem cervical spine. We damage this, and you not only have rehab, but the damage could go on for quite a while.
You do the same activity over and over again for multiple years in a poor posture alignment, so to speak, like this, then you can develop degenerative changes, some spinal change that can become permanent.
What I recommend is turning it backwards, putting it around like so, okay? Will this help work from a physical standpoint? Will this kind of take some of the pressure off?
Absolutely. Everything is about posture. You carry the camera in the front like this, it's going to pull your neck forward, pull your head forward. So a postural alignment is you want to have the neck straight and the head, which is almost like a ball on a tee, a golf tee, so you can picture that in your mind.
Okay.
You want that balance. If you put the weight of the camera in front of you, it's constantly pulling your head forward, pulling the brainstem forward, a lot of pressure on the neck, causes headaches, spasms. You don't have the endurance in these muscles to hold that position all day long. So you let your big, powerful core muscles like your butt and your hips and your low back muscles take the brunt of that if you put the camera in the back like this. So that's a really good idea.
Let's talk about something else. For a lot more years than I want to admit to, I carry a camera bag like this, okay? It's always on the left side. It never, from the first time I picked up a camera bag to today, you couldn't pay me money to put it on this shoulder. Why is that?
Well, I think, first of all, if you're right-handed, this is your dominant arm, so you want your dominant arm free to do whatever you need to do. Okay. And your body is probably tilted a little bit over the years to keep that dominant arm free, so you feel comfortable with the belt and the strap over here on the left side. You also, you've got all the pressure on your shoulder, and the weight's going to constantly be tilting on your spine, so there's a lot of weight and pressure through the spine, causing almost like a scoliosis, that we call in technical terms, but there's a lot of strain on the spine that way because the weight's asymmetrical. It's over here instead of towards the center of your body.
Okay. The other thing we could do is similar. We could take it and we could do this, okay? A lot of people now are using backpacks, small ones and large. Do you recommend that? Backpacks?
Yes, backpacks are good. Again, even what you've done here is you're putting the weight in the center of your body.
Right.
In the center of gravity, it's supported through the big muscles of your body. You know, backpacks are good too as long as it's not too heavy. Again, it's over the big muscles of your body. You know, if you're going to do this 4 or 6 hours a day shooting, photos and things, you're going to have endurance. There's muscle endurance that goes by. And you need big muscles. The big muscles of your body will have more endurance than your little muscle of your shoulder or your neck. You just won't hold up over a long period of time.
That's a great tip. We're out there, we're making photographs. People are doing whatever they're doing, whether they have a big camera or a small camera. What are some very basic, fundamental exercises they can do?
If you think about this, there's over 600 muscles in our body. We're designed to move. We're not designed to be sedentary. So one of the best things you do is just basically go for a nice brisk walk. 20 to 30 minutes, take a brisk walk. Maybe take the stairs at work, don't take the elevator. Try not to sit for long periods of time. Even if you're moving, doing gardening, just don't be really sedentary. When you're stuck in a hotel room or you're in your house and you can't do anything, you can do basic isometric exercises. You can do your basic pushing or just in your chair, pushing against the chair, pushing against your hands, things like that. Just sitting up and down out of the chair a few times a day, every hour. Get out of the chair, maybe do some standing work. If you still got your computer or your desk in front of you, you could stand a little, sit a little, walk around the room, go back, as long as you're not sedentary for hours and hours and hours.
Let me get serious again for a minute. This man, I'm able to stand, maneuver, work, walk because of what he did for me and what he continues to do. I'm now on a wellness program. We're going to show you a few of the exercises that I do. It's all light, it's all easy. I'm not saying go join a gym tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying get mobile, get off your bada bank and get out there and make photographs, but do it in a positive way, and I'll tell you, you'll make better photographs. So this is Joe DiMaggio and my friend Chris here for Adorama TV, and check in on the Adorama Learning Center. Go to their, click into that. You'll see a lot of good things there. Thank you very much, Joe DiMaggio. Hi, Joe DiMaggio for Adorama TV. I need to get some sunshine.
Adorama TV is brought to you by Adorama, your best source for the equipment and knowledge you need. For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. Place your order by 7 p.m. and it ships the same day. Plus, the next time you're in New York City, be sure to visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. Check out the Adorama Rental Company for professional cameras, lighting, computers, and more. We'll help you make the best selection to match your needs while giving you the knowledge to achieve the best outcome from your rental. Adorama is your complete solution for equipment, printing, training, and more. Adorama, more than a camera store.